we're going to insert text. Okay, so text box, click here. You want JC Oilfield Services, and I think, like I did before, it would look really good with a J here, a C here, and the Oilfield Services here. And all of this stylistically comes down to what fonts you have and what you want to use. You can get on the internet and download fonts, which I suggest, because what you have in your library usually they're not always the greatest. You don't have much options there, and you're going to look like, well, generic. So, okay, we're going to start with a J. Okay. Now, select that. Make it big. That way you can see what you're doing. We're going to come over here. Select a font. Okay, I have a lot of options here. Okay. And take your time with this. Play with it. See what you have. See what looks best with it. You know, what your client wants, what you want, however you want to play that. So, which one? I kind of like the Western idea, or more of a Western font. I have a couple of options on that in here. I just got to find them. And, I mean, don't be afraid to keep on just going back and forth and trying everything. Okay, let's try this. Kind of campy. I don't like it, so it's HFF. So I know where I was. Let's try that. No, just as bad. Medicine show. Let's look at that. Yeah. See, that looks pretty cool. It doesn't look exactly like, you know, probably what you would want, but that's when we get into it. We're going to play with that. So, you have your J. Go to Format. And you got options. Bring that out a little bit. You can look at these, which never hurts anything. Play around with them. Say, okay, that's weird. But, you know, see what it does, what effects it has. We're going to go here. Okay. Which was, it's two-tone. There's gray on top, black on bottom. Now, get on one of these edges, right-click, format text. It'll bring up a separate box. Sometimes your text, it takes up a lot of processing. And so, here's your options. We'll go to text, shadow, line, reflection, and all that. Okay, now 3D options. You can take this and just start increasing on the width and such, and looking at it until you get it, you know, someplace that you like what you see. And then shadows. Yeah, that doesn't work. So outer, you have that. You can kind of add depth by playing with these things and create separation from the back. There we go. Text fill, so you have it like that. Text line is white. I mean, you take the line out, that's all you got. But you can do, you know, a few things here. You can go to gradient, and instead of just keeping it white, go to linear right there. And then while you're looking at it, go with like a silver, and you can make it metallic. You can do a lot of things like that. But let's go with solid white like it was. Go back to 3D format, the depth and surface. You can adjust your material again and see what, makes it stand out or whatever. That's not right. Powder, no. Translucent, no. Okay, let's go back to warm matte. You can change your lighting. Kind of get an idea of what it does. Some will make it stand out better. Some will make it look horrible. So, you're here, go home. You want to adjust your size to where it fits, and then you just put it where you want it. Use your arrow keys and drop it down, center it inside of that circle. And that's another good thing. Use those reference points from that ruler, and then just make sure you have that box selected. Command D gives you another box that's identical. That means you get to save all your formatting that you just did, which is helpful. So capital C, you get rid of that J. It's the same size, the same things, everything. So you just plug and play. Because on this corner you put that bottom right there, you want to match it over here. That way you're in the same place. Click off, look at it, you say, that looks pretty good. If you're not satisfied with something, work on it. Grab it, drag. Make sure people can see what you did. So just move it out to where you're touching that line right there, that edge. Okay. So you select your C, move it over to match what your J was. You got to remember that sometimes your formatting effects has kind of changed the story, because this line's a little thinner than this line, so you're not going to go quite as far.